Good morning, students. We were discussing about our chapter role in human welfare. Earlier we talked about the role of microorganisms in household products. Then what is the role in industrial products? Then we talked about the role in sewage treatment, and today we are going to discuss the role of microbes in production of biogas. So microbes in production of biogas. What this biogas is? It is simply a mixture of gases, and this is obtained from the degradable organic substances which are degraded by anaerobic bacteria. So lots of anaerobic bacteria are going to degrade the organic substances, and mixture of gases will be produced, and that is known as biogas. So simply mixture of gases produced from degradable organic substances by the action of anaerobic bacteria. Most important thing about this type of production of biogas is it is a very low cost process. So we are not going to invest much, plus this is acting as a clean fuel, and it is going to replace other fuels like LPG, kerosene. No pollution is being done. That's why biogas is important. Now if we talk about the bacteria that are responsible for the production of biogas, so mainly facultative and strictly obligate anaerobes are used. Facultative anaerobes or obligate anaerobes are used for the production of biogas. The major bacteria, that is a methanogen archaebacteria, that is involved in the production of biogas, because the main component of biogas is methane. So it's a methanogen archaebacteria, that is also represented by methanobacterium. Other than this methanobacterium, there are some more bacteria that are involved in the production of biogas, like bacillus is there, then clostridium is there, eubacterium, ruminococcus, then some more are there. For example, cellulomonas is there. So these are going to be involved in the production of biogas under anaerobic situations. And if we talk about the composition of biogas, what are the components of biogas? So major component is methane. See, these bacteria which we talked about, these anaerobes, they are also going to be present in the stomach of cattle which are going to feed on cellulose. So they are responsible for the digestion of cellulose in their stomach. Now components of biogas are, main component is methane. 50 to 68% of methane is present in biogas. The second component is carbon dioxide. 25 to 35% of carbon dioxide is present in biogas. Hydrogen is there. Almost 1 to 5% of hydrogen is there. Nitrogen is present. Around 2 to 7% of nitrogen, and very least amount of oxygen is going to be present, 0.101%. So this is the composition of biogas. Now how this biogas is being produced? See, this biogas plant is mainly, we are going to easily see biogas plants in rural areas, because in rural areas there is easy availability of dung. We are going to use dung. Dung means the excreta of cattle. So that is going to be easily available in villages. So this dung is used along with some other waste also, like kitchen waste is also added. Biodegradable house waste is also used. Household waste other than kitchen waste. Then agricultural waste is also used. In the production of biogas. So what happens usually in the production of biogas, a concrete tank is made. Under the soil, a concrete tank is made that is almost 10 to 15 foot deep. Ten to 15 foot deep tank is made, and inside this tank a slurry is added. What this slurry is having? This slurry is going to have dung and water mixed in 1:1. So some household waste, kitchen waste, agricultural waste is mixed with equal amount of water, and by mixing all the substances a slurry is made, and that slurry is going to be entering in this concrete tank. Now this concrete tank is covered with a floating lid. It is having a floating lid that is covered on this concrete tank, and it will be allowed to degrade for long time, and various outlets are there. There is outlet for more and more, you can say, putting in of another slurry to this tank. Then there is a outlet for removing the degraded part that can be used as a fertilizer, and there is a outlet for removing the gas also. So what will happen when this concrete tank is going to be covered with this floating lid? The microorganisms start degrading this slurry, and there will be production of gas, we can say biogas. It is also known as gobar gas plant, because dung is also known as gobar. So here gobar is used for the production of biogas. So in general terms we also call it as gobar gas plant. So more the gas will be produced, more will the floating lid is going to move upward, and this gas, with the help of a pipe, this gas is supplied to the nearby houses, where it is going to be used for the purpose of cooking, heating, then for agricultural source, it is also source of energy for watering their fields. For different purposes it is going to be used. So if we see how this structure is being produced, how a gobar gas plant look like. This is how a gobar gas plant looks like. This is the concrete tank that is present inside the soil, that is made inside the soil, in which the slurry is filled. This is the inlet for the slurry. So more and more slurry can be added with this inlet, that is mixture of gobar and water. Then this is the lid, floating chamber, gas tank, in which gas is filled, and there is a outlet for the removal of gas, and this gas can be supplied to different houses for and can be used for various purposes. Now there one outlet more also, that is going to remove the sludge, and after this degradation, this sludge can be used in fields for the purpose of fertilizer. So as a fertilizer this sludge can be used. So lots of functions are happening over here. Waste is being removed out, cattle dung, household waste is being removed, so pollution is prevented. Gases are, we are getting gases, that is going to remove our you can say lessen our expenditure, because we are expending lot on LPG. Then fertilizer also, these fertilizers are going to be having least side effects, because chemical, we know chemical fertilizers are very harmful. So as a fertilizer also, these are going to increase the fertility of the soil. So this is how gobar gas plant can be easily used with less expenditure and more benefits. So that's all for today. Next time we are going to discuss about the role of microbes in some other fields like biofertilizers, biopesticides, bioinsecticides. So what are the role of microorganisms?